Hello, Denise here, Junk Journal Junkie UK, and look what I've got. Okay, so here's hoping it makes a big difference. Might have to turn your machines down if I'm blasting out now. I'm hoping it's going to stop some of the outside noise getting through as well, because my neighbours are out and they're not being very quiet when they talk, to be honest. So I hope you can hear me really well today and you can't hear them at all. Okay, so I've just come on for a quick make with you. I'm going to make some belly bands using the strips that we did a couple of videos ago. Well, I made the strips with you, using up my scraps, and then I sewed them afterwards, but I'm sure I've shared them with you since. So I've got a few fussy cut flower fairies, because this is to go in the flower fairy journal that's going to be starting, fingers crossed, Tuesday, if I get everything done. Honest to goodness, I'm in the middle of making some junk journals for an order. I think I told you earlier today. And my desk, if any of you know Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, I'm sure most of you know her and watch her. She's a brilliant junk journaler, and she works in a mess and she has to tidy it up every now and then. It's definitely starting to resemble that. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to stop and put everything away before I can get much further. So I thought I'd come on quickly and do this video for you. Get a couple of me flower fairy ephemera pieces done. Get me flower fairy fix, because the journals I'm making are not flower fairy. And then I can get back to some sort of organising and finishing. So these are the strips that I was talking about that we made. We made some of them together and I went on and made the rest to empty my scraps box of all the long thin scraps. So they're already quite highly coloured and fussy actually, but I'm hoping with some bits of frothy lace and not too much, perhaps a label or a butterfly and a flower fairy, I think that will be more than enough. And because they've come out quite wide, I'm hoping to use them, a couple of them, as belly bands. So I'll probably back them to make them a little bit stronger and so things don't get stuck in the stitching. But I'm going to decorate the front first and then I can back them off camera. That's not a problem. You don't really need to see me just sticking bits of paper on the back of something. So I guess I've got to make a choice now. See if there's any that's not quite so bright. That's not right. I'll take the ones that aren't tall enough for belly bands out first. That'll be a help, won't it? Whoops, a few threads. That one's not really tall enough. That's a nice wide one. That one's not big enough, and that one is. Okay, so that's got about 5 out of the running. I'll have that nice wide one. Where was that? I do like a nice wide belly band sometimes. Okay, so I'll do that one. It is very colourful, but I'm going to drop some lace on it first before the fairy, and then I think it'll make it stand out. Not sure that one's as long as I want it. I want 2. I don't know whether to do 3 and give myself a choice. That's a wide one, so there's 2. I might do another and then I could use it perhaps as a side tuck, if not a belly band. So which one am I going for? Oh, decisions. Let's just go for, no, that one. Okay, gone for it. We've got 3. I might not do it, depending on how long I'm on camera, I might not get the third one done, we'll see. I don't know whether to just square them up a little bit. Whoops, don't cut your microphone, Denise, first day out. Square them up more when I back them. But just so we can see what we'll perhaps go across there, I think. Yeah, not very square. But better than it was. Looks more like a belly band now, doesn't it? Let's get rid of those bits of paper. Or they'll be put away with the fairies. Drop them on that bag. Okay. These ones aren't as bad as... Sorry, I'm very close to the camera now. I've got the microphone in. I do hope I didn't make you jump. Whoops. This one's very wonky at the ends. Is that so close it's making you giddy? I hope not. The wonky stitching as well, which I didn't mind. I quite like wonky stitching. But between wonky stitching and wonky edge, I can't tell whether I'm putting straight or not. That's definitely not a straight edge. Looking better. This one's not too bad. Okay, so let's go for some, get the glue working. Let's go for some lace down first and then see. So we look like we've got creams and pinks. Bit of brode anglais. Right, let's just go for some snippy up bits first. I wonder if the scissors are really loud now in the microphone. I did very quickly just do a testing 1, 2, 3 and listen to it, and it sounded good, but it's when I start thinking about what I'm doing and I start talking really quietly, that's when we'll know whether it's working or not. Have a bit of brode anglais on. What else shall we go for? That's pretty. I'll have that on the big one, I think. Have I got perhaps one more on that one? Have we got any pink out? Ooh, bubbles. Yes, that's pink. Right. Now let's choose the fairy for the centre, and then I can decide. Oh, I brought my buttons out as well. I haven't used my buttons for ages, and I love. You have to be careful in the journal putting buttons on because they do get in the way and fat and causing problems. But I think this fairy junk journal might be a big one, so I might be able to go for some. Right, who do we like? I think she's Cornflower Fairy. Well, she would pop because she's blue and they're all pink, so sorry, can't tell you who she is. She stands out. Winter something, I think. Fair. Oh. And they're Canterbury bells, aren't they? I do love the yellow fairies. Let's have a look at the yellow one on there. Yeah, I think we've got 3 good different colours there, haven't we? A pinkish neutral, far enough for you to see. A yellow and a blue, yeah, and some lace. And I think I will just go for it and stick them on, stick the lace on it all odd directions, and then we'll add the fairy and some other things. So fairies, stand by your beds, please. I'm really not going to think about this because I've been thinking so hard about the journals and what I'm putting in and where I'm doing, what I'm doing and where. This is going to be a nice distraction for 20 minutes. Just getting some. Oh, I have a feeling that lace is upside down. Let's scrunch it up a little bit if we can. Better not get too close to the edge because I think they're too long at the minute for the page. Although I haven't cut the pages, or I think that's a bit big and a bit regular shaped. Oh, I've gone from one extreme to the other. That's definitely not a regular shape. Wonder if that might go down a bit better with some. Oh, that's a bit gloopy. Gosh, with some Pritt stick. I'm going to have to find a different camera angle now because I do keep bashing you. Do with some pink on top of that one, I think. Oh, are you pink? You are. Let's have some pink going off it. Yeah, I like my lace as much as I like my fairies, and it covers up a multitude of sins as well. I just love it. and across the top here. Oh, this is my kind of crafting. Just get the glue out, get sticking. Nice and easy, nice and relaxing. Oh, I think I've done that upside down again. Turn it round, that's it. You're a bit neat and tidy as well. I could do with a bit of scrunching up. Look like you've been in the garden with the fairies. So have that one down the middle. Maybe the fairy will sit on it. Oops. Right, what are we going? Let's see how they're looking on them now. Excuse my arm. Oh, she's very lumpy bumpy. I need to stick you down a bit more. Oh, that's it. That's better. Well, it would be if it was stuck to the paper and not to me. A bit overkill with a knife, but that's better. Put it away. Oops, wrong lid on the wrong glue. Okay, so if the fairies are in the middle, it doesn't matter where I chop the belly bands to fit, or side tucks, whichever they become. I think the really big one might be a side tuck. Okay, so I definitely want buttons and I definitely want a sentiment. So shall I put the fairies on first? I think I will, because they'll anchor the lace down as well. As always, I'm using fabric tack. I'm using quite a lot of it as well because I don't want to go back and have to redo this. Like I say, these flower fairies are cut out of a book, and although they look quite matte, it is, you know, quite shiny paper. So go, oops, straight in the middle with a. Doesn't matter where you put these things. This is why another reason I love them. They just look beautiful. You could just sit and do it with one eye closed. If you used flower fairies and lace, you'd come out with something beautiful, in my opinion. So sad that there's fairies on both sides as well. It's nice that you've got a choice, but it seems I have to choose every single time. I sit looking at one side, then the other, and then back at that side again. Think, which one do I want to use and which one can I sacrifice? Hence, more than one of the books. If you saw my little book haul earlier. And at the minute there's loads of flower fairy books available. I think they might get a bit like Edith Holden, where everybody starts wanting them and people start wanting silly money for them, but at the minute, I think I proved that this weekend, you can still go and find them in the charity shops. In the UK anyway. I don't know about flower fairies in the rest of Europe or the USA, Canada. Australia. Don't want to leave anybody out now. Shouldn't have started that, should I? Yeah. And again, with the mess all around the desk, they look a bit lost to me, but I think once they get on a page. So I did pull a couple of not sentiments, sayings out from the who was it now? Artie May's spring. She put up recently on her Facebook channel some free spring sentiment sayings. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. Well, that ties in with flowers no end, doesn't it? So I really liked that. Excuse me. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Yeah. And the earth has music for those who listen. I'm not going to use that one. I want something different on the other one. What shall we have on the other one? Listen to your heart. Collect beautiful moments. I like that. I think that might go nice on that piece of lace there. Okay, time to dig out some buttons. Ooh, ooh. I love these little tiny weeny ones. Let's just pick a few out and see where we think. The red one will pop out quite nicely, won't it? I think pink might get lost. An orange one, that's not. Oh, ooh, pretty. So did any of you ladies out there, or gentlemen, used to play with your grandma's button box when you went to visit? Me and my sister did. We used to call them treasures, and gosh, when I think back to what she had in there now, they certainly would have been treasures today. We've managed to keep a few of them, but over the years we lost some, and how I would love them now more than ever. Right, so I'm going for little teeny weeny ones. Any other colours? This is the problem. Once I start, I'm going to stop digging because I could just get them all out and play with them. You're starting to realise what a collector of pretty things I am. So I think they might be nice near the, I'll call them labels for want of another name, and I'll do a bit of overkill and put them on with Fabri-Tac. I quite like that one down there where it fell, and I definitely like that black one across that lace. I won't put it too low, otherwise it might be in danger of being chopped off. Although if you can read it, it doesn't matter, because a half a label on a piece of ephemera can often be really effective. Shall we go higher up with this one then, amongst the lace at the top? I mean, these really are simple. I haven't done anything complicated for any of these flower fairy things. They've all been really easy going, simple crafting, and they've all turned out gorgeous, especially when I put them away and get them out again. I still haven't stitched through a lot of them yet. I will do that before we actually start with the pages for the journal, and then I'll get them all out and we'll have a look exactly what we've made. You'll have to excuse the state of my hands with Fabri-Tac and ink, and I've been down a few papers. They're definitely not pretty. Right, I'm liking this orange one here, and I think it looks like her wings, so should we go for an orange and a yellow with her? And purple with cornflower. What's red look like with purple? Clashy. I do like clashy. I might have to have another look. I'm fancying a yellow one. What have we got? There's a sweet little yellow one. So purple and yellow. And then I'm going to go red and orange on here, I think. And I think even though they're tiny buttons, I think 2 is enough. I know often we say 3 for a lot of things, but I'm feeling 2 on these. Sorry if you're a 3 person, it's driving you mad. I just spotted that little ticket there, which I might like on somewhere. You know me, more is more is more. Ouch. Yeah, I'm going to stick it on because it caught my eye and I like it, and I'll have it hanging off the side. So I might, when I use this, cut some of it off. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, it's going on. Yeah, so just stick the buttons on and I think we're done. If I can stick them on there and not me, that would be good. Oh, there's a lot of glue. I think I might be picking a bit of that off when it's dry. I don't want to touch it now. It certainly won't be falling off in a hurry. So I've put all the buttons at the bottom. That's interesting, isn't it? But that's where I like them. Even though the label on this one's got the glue on my hands. Oh dear. Even though the label's at the top, I still like the buttons at the bottom for some strange reason. So I could, when I back these, make the backing like a mat, so it's bigger than the actual belly band or tuck, so that it's got a nice neat edge for tucking things in. And again, I won't really know. I can put those on top of each other like that. Another big blob of glue there, and I might go for another one on there. I'm thinking I'd like one to touch that black. We have a nice pretty white one. Oh, is it going to look like a set of traffic lights? Let's go for a bigger one. Got a nice green one there, but it is quite big. No, not feeling that. Let's have another dig through. Black on black. No, not really. Clear. What do we think? Yeah. I'm just going to do it. I'm in that kind of a mood today. And it's stuck to me again. There we go. So I might even put some stickles on that white one when it's dry, when the glue's dry on it. Do we want anything else? I've got birds, little birdies, and I've got butterflies. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I'm liking a butterfly. Not blue on cornflower because we've got enough blue going on. Let's go for a bird on cornflower instead of a butterfly. Oh, three birds. Three birds? Yeah, looks a bit bare at the bottom there, didn't it, actually? As if anything I would create would be bare. Okay. I know I haven't inked anything here. It's strange. I do like to ink things, especially when I don't cut them really close up to the, like I've left a little white border on those, but I don't think the flower fairies need it. I like them not inked, which means a lot of the other things I'm putting on don't need it either. So it's quite interesting that it's not bothering me not inking. I'm quite enjoying not inking. Yep, so I think we probably will put some stickles and perhaps a bit of bling on the butterflies. Shall we stick some on now while we're doing it? Not sure how long I've been filming. Let's do it. I wonder if you can see that microphone cord. I wonder if you can see what I'm doing right over here. I hope so. There we go. So I did say on my last little video, in case you didn't catch it, if you've got any thoughts on how I can improve the filming, or there's something that you think I wish you'd do so and so, or this is driving me mad, you know, as long as it's said in a way of being helpful, I'm more than happy to receive any thoughts on the videos that I'm creating. I was saying what a lovely set of people, community, the junk journalers are. Never met anybody like them anywhere. For encouraging people and there's my stickles, and you know, being kind and helpful, and there's like no competition. It's lovely. Really enjoying it. Now, these probably won't show up on camera till they might not even show up when they're dry, but they will show up in real life because when the light catches them there. Well, so Cornflower Fairy hasn't got any bling. What we're going to give Cornflower Fairy? some pink shiny, but where would you like it? On your sentiment, can't speak now. Yeah, I'll have it up in the top corner. Oh, trying to stick it on with stickles, that wouldn't really, well, it would work because it's a glue, but I could be in a bit of more of a mess than I already am with glue all over my fingers. Whoops, let's go half on the lace, half on the, there, and done. And gosh, I enjoyed that, really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed watching it. It was just so easy. Whatever I put down seemed to go fine, as far as I'm aware. Could really do with some plain paper to put them on to show you, but I've moved everything out of the way because it was so messy. Yeah, there's nothing here but lace and what's this? Oh, hang on, there's a bit of crinkly pink. Let's put them on here, see. We're doing one at a time, you might get a... Okay, so that's a, I think that might be winterberry, I think, fairy. Oh, I'll put my finger in the glue, well done. And cornflower, fairy, and this is buttercup, I think, isn't it? Must be. Buttercup fairy. So there we go. So I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. Really thrilled with my new subscribers, thank you. You're not just subscribing, but you're actually, a few of you are leaving me comments and having a conversation with me, which I absolutely love. So thanks to you guys, and give me a thumbs up please if you're able. It helps other people to see my channel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.